Coming out for the 2007 model year, the 6th generation Camry was the most iconic Camry yet. And today I'm going to tell you exactly why this car was more iconic than your typical Honda Accord. Anyway, I'm going to show you some of its interior colors, exterior colors, and its trim levels, as well as pricing, engine specs, and a lot of other things, just in case you're one of the 12,000 people who want a 6th generation Camry. So let's get straight to it. The 2007 to 2011 Camry, or 6th generation Camry, was built for the kind of people who just wanted a car. They didn't want any features, they didn't want anything. Most people who bought this car, let's be honest, they got the LE, which is pretty much mid-trim level. It didn't really have much of anything. You were lucky to get power seats, power driver's seat, that is. Toyota wanted to be a little stingy and save all the electronics for only the driver's side. If you're the passenger side, you have to use manual seat controls. That's really sad. Anyway, this car was pretty much just a commuter car. Its engine was great. The 5-speed automatic transmission was great, unlike the CVTs they use today. The whole powertrain pretty much was a great, reliable Toyota powertrain back in 2007, and they really just put most of their work on the inside, such as like the mechanical aspect, instead of more of the exterior or cosmetic areas of the car. Now, of course, this does look like a car that would come from 2007. Doesn't look like any of those Mercedes that look like they came from 1992, even though they're a 2009 model. It's none of that. This car actually looks like it's supposed to belong in the year that it is, which was 2007 through 2011. Now, I'll admit, through 2011, the Camry was starting to get a little dated, but that's not necessarily a bad thing because they changed it exactly a year later. Anyway, the Camry measures in at about 189.2 inches long, which is about 1.5 inches longer than the base Accord and 0.7 inches shorter than the Altima. So the Altima was a pretty big boy. But, it's a car, so we're not really going to say that. Anyway, it's also 71.7 inches wide, which makes it a full inch wider than the Altima and just 0.3 inches wider than the Accord. So the Accord is a pretty normal car. The Camry is a little wide, but it's also kind of short. So it's a perfect kind of combination for a boring driving experience. Anyway, so yes, that makes the Camry the largest out of the three. And if you're wondering why I keep comparing them to the Altima and Accord, that's because, well, the Altima was actually a relevant car back in 2007. Now it's not. The Accord was also a relevant car back in 2007, and it sold more than 17 units per day. Anyway, now we move on to some more things, such as the Camry Hybrid. The Camry Hybrid was an interesting but also expensive hybrid. The Camry Hybrid had the same general styling, but it was a little tweaked to get better gas mileage, just like every hybrid. But instead of them like just putting on some extra flares or making some things close, such as the grille, to save aerodynamics, they just use completely different headlights and taillights, pretty much. I mean, they're the same, but they use different parts, and you may see it later on in the video. Anyway, the rear of the Camry is the exact same. There's nothing special about it. The trunk space is the same as pretty much every other mid-size sedans. I didn't look up the trunk space because I didn't care to. But just know I'll flash it on the screen for the 6 of you who are interested in that. It's typical for a mid-size sedan of this era. It's maybe within a cubic foot or two within the Accord and the Altima. So, it's nothing to brag about. You have 17 cubic feet while your friend in the Altima has 15. So you can brag to him, yeah, I have 17 cubic feet. You only have 15. Anyway, but the rear of the Camry, I mean, it looks just normal. This is a gas-powered version, just so you know. The traditional gas-powered, not the hybrid. And for most of you who are sitting in traffic every single Monday morning, This car you probably see all the time. There's nothing special about it. It works. Toyota did what they did with it. It works. Why make a new car? They didn't. This was a perfect car for 2007 for the kind of people who just wanted to get from their house in the suburbs to their office in downtown Baltimore. Now we talk about the exterior colors. There are a bunch of them. Barcelona red metallic. It is red, black. It is black. Blue ribbon metallic. It is blue. Classic silver metallic. It is silver. Desert sand mica. That is beige. Jasper pearl. That is green. Magnetic sky metallic. Gray metallic. That is gray. Sky blue pearl. That is blue. And super white. That is white. There are about 9 exterior colors for the Camry, which is about normal. And it's more than just regular black and white and silver. You actually have 9 of them. A few of them actually repeat themselves, so it's more like 4 because they kind of just repeat themselves twice. But anyway, moving on to the interior colors, which I accidentally named exterior colors. So you have an exterior and an exterior. Anyway, the interior colors: ash with fabric seat trim or leather seat trim, which is gray, and bisque with fabric seat trim or leather seat trim, which is beige. So there's only 2 interior colors, gray and beige. They both either come with cloth or, as they call, fabric or leather. Just, beige fabric, beige leather, or gray fabric and gray leather. So either one of them, your choice, pretty much. Back in 2007, when you were able to buy this car from Toyota of Indianapolis for $22,995. Anyway, now we move on to some specs, and I've laid them out pretty much in order, starting with the CE, not in price. We'll get to that in a minute. Anyway, the CE is the base model. It starts at around $18,470, and it boasts 155 to 158 horsepower. And all of that mighty power comes from a 2.4-liter 4-cylinder. Next, we have the LE. It starts at about $19,925. Again, has 155 to 158 horsepower with a 2.4-liter 4-cylinder. So the difference between the CE and LE is really just price and maybe 1 or 2 features. And by 1 or 2 features, you might get leather or an fully automatic driver's side window. So, why spend over $1,000 more? Like, that's over $1,500 for an automatic driver's window? Really? Anyway, the LE V6, which is the V6 version of the LE, starts at $23,540 and has a whopping 268 horsepower from a 3.5-liter V6. Next, we have the SE, which starts at about $21,140. And again, the normal 155 to 158 horsepower with a 2.4-liter 4-cylinder. Then we have the SE V6, which is at $24,815. Again, 268 horsepower with a 3.5-liter V6. So what I'm noticing is if it has a 4-cylinder, it's a 2.4-liter. And it has a between 155 and 158 horsepower. And the only difference is the price. And if it has a V6, it's a 3.5-liter V6 with 268 horsepower. So they're not really messing with the powers too much, which is good. Toyota knows what they need to do to make sure that they don't overkill anything, which is good. Anyway, next we have the XLE, which starts at $24,900, has, again, 155 to 158 horsepower, and needless to say, a 2.4-liter 4-cylinder. Next, we have the XLE V6, which is the top-of-the-line Camry. $28,020, has, say it with me, 268 horsepower with, of course, the 3.5 liter V6. And finally, the hybrid, which is the most interesting, shall we say. It's not interesting. It starts at $25,900. Has 187 horsepower, which is a new number. Instead of 155 to 158 or 268, we have 187. And of course, the 2.4 liter four-cylinder with this little hybrid engine. So for those of you who are wondering, there are 8 trim levels if you include the hybrid, and if you don't include the V6, there's 5, because, why not? Anyway, so this is the hybrid Camry, and it's nice little green color, Jasper Pearl green or something like that. And as you can see, the tail lights look just slightly different. There's a lot more white space in there. I guess Toyota just wanted to be different so you can differentiate between the hybrid and the gas-powered car. It really doesn't make sense, but that's what Toyota did. And if you're wondering, if you get a modern hybrid Toyota, whether it's a RAV4 or Sienna or Camry or any hybrid Highlander, it's going to have a blue little outline between the Toyota grille. It's really interesting. Lexuses have it too, which is just a little fun fact for those of you who didn't know. Anyway, the interior, again, you got your nice little 5-speed automatic. You got your little cubbies, and pretty much this is a normal car. It's plastic. It's there to be durable. It's not there to look nice. This car does not look nice unless you're one of the 6 people who actually think that the 6th generation Camry looks nice. It's just a normal car. This is a normal commuter car. If you want, you can buy one of these at CarMax for way more than it actually costs. About $22,000 for a 2009 with 159,000 miles. Just so you guys know, if you're in the market for one of these cars, but you really want to spend 60% more than it actually costs, go to CarMax and they'll hook you up with an 09 Camry for, again, $22,500. It's stupid. Anyway, again, you get your cloth seats. You don't really get a lot of features in this car. This car is not made for people to just enjoy, because this isn't a luxury car. If you want a luxury version of the Camry, which again 3 people do, just go get a Lexus ES. There's really no difference. And if you really, really, really want luxury, get the Lexus LS. That's what Lexus is there for. People who get Toyotas aren't looking for luxury. They're looking for practicality, and every time they turn the key or push the button, the engine starts right up. That's the whole purpose of a Toyota. It's really no need to say, I want a luxury Toyota. What is the Avalon there for? It's just there. There's only, 8 people who actually want an Avalon because it looks nice, because it's luxurious. I don't even know why they sell the Avalon under the Toyota brand, but I'm not Toyota, so there's nothing, this little video, which 8 people are going to see, it's not going to do anything. Anyway, again, there's the rear of the Camry. It looks pretty normal. You see these all the time if you live pretty much in any city with more than 6 people. And it has a Camry. They have Toyota Camry everywhere. They have them in garages. They have them just sitting out on the street. Walmart parking lot, Target parking lots, Chili's parking lots. They have them at every single parking lot you could think of. Even if you just want something to eat at a Chick-fil-A, there is still a Camry in the parking lot. Anyway, so there again is the front of the Camry, and it kind of looks like a Venza if you just look at the headlights. The Toyota really just shares a lot of its parts. The Corolla kind of shares the same just general design of the Camry, except it's obviously shorter, which I don't know. It's really not a smart design, but whatever. But anyway, the Toyota Camry, it just works for people who don't want to spend a lot of money on a car, who really just want a car to get from A to B, wherever you're going, whether it's to work, to school, wherever your little car will go with you. That's why you have a Camry. The other cars are good cars, such as the Accord, the Altima, but this is the general term. When you think of the word car, when you think of a Toyota, when you think of a sedan, you think of this car probably in the green color, Jasper Pearl green. I don't even know why they named the colors like that. It's really stupid. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. And that was the 6th generation Toyota Camry video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.